Florence Nightingale.
Ow, you've hurt your leg.
The hunting dog that went out for hunting came back with its leg hurt. Nightingale took good care of the dog, and it recovered in just a few days. Nightingale's family was very rich, and they held parties every day, but she never went. Her older sister said,
Nightingale, let's go to the party.
but she replied,
No, I like reading better than going to a party.
Nightingale always tried to look after the poor. There was an old man who was very ill. She offered him food and said,
How are you doing, sir? Have some of this. Thank you, Nightingale.
She thought to herself,
There are so many people who are sick and miserable. I should become a nurse and take care of them.
So she said to her parents,
Mom and Dad, I want to become a nurse and take care of sick people.
Her parents objected.
What? Why would you want to become a nurse? A nurse in our family? That's not going to happen.
Nightingale said in reply,
But I really want to become a nurse and take care of the sick people.
Her parents couldn't convince her otherwise and gave her their permission. Nightingale studied nursing at Kaisersberg Hospital in Germany. After finishing her studies, she returned to Britain and became a supervisor at a charity hospital. She said to other nurses,
A hospital should always be clean and take very good care of patients.
Everyone respected Nightingale and followed her leadership. Around that time, the Crimean War began. People who went out to war had been either killed or injured. But there weren't enough doctors and nurses for all those wounded soldiers. Wounded soldiers are dying without getting treatment. That's very unfortunate. Nightingale thought to herself,
I should help the wounded soldiers from the war.
Nightingale left to the battlefield with 38 nurses. The nurses were shocked when they arrived at the hospital in the middle of a battlefield. The hospital was dirty, and wounded soldiers were on the cold floor bleeding.
Oh, come on, let's get started.
Nightingale and the nurses started working right away. They treated wounded soldiers, changed them into clean clothes, washed the bedspreads, and laid the wounded soldiers in bed. They cleaned the hospital too. Nightingale walked around with a lamp at night and took care of the patients.
An angel with a lamp is coming.
The soldiers called Nightingale the angel with a lamp and showed her their respect. She often said to them, Don't lose your courage and try to remember the happy memories. One night, a doctor told Nightingale,
You've worked without sleep for days now. Let other nurses do some of the work because you need to take a rest.
But Nightingale said, Don't worry, I'm not tired because it's God and everyone who believes me. We are working here, and not me. After the war ended, Nightingale came back to Britain. Nightingale decided to write about her experiences. I should establish a school to educate nurses more professionally. This was how the world's first nursing school was established. Nurses should keep in mind that they must work with love and dedication. Nightingale didn't get married and lived her whole life showing her love and dedication as a nurse. love and dedication have become the foundation for the Red Cross. Nightingale, called the Angel with a Lamp and the mother of Red Cross, passed away at the age of 90.